Manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
And here's Neto.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He's found space here. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's well spotted. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a really well-measured ball. Bigo gets into a good position. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Cristiano Ronaldo, and the shot! Oh, that's another chance! He's got a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively...
Great chance! And there's his goal! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Brazil give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Endrick. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Picked out brilliantly. Oh, sweet feet. Lofted. Oh, good climb. And it's there. And with that, he takes home the match ball. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So, that was the second half.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
Senhoras e senhores, informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de chapéu azul.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Brazil did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. Promising position. Goes for a shot! Forced to go back. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Surely he can't. Endrick! It's loose, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? Corner given. Brazil have their third corner. They've played it short. And here's Kaká. And this is Pelé. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Oh no, this does not look good. Casemiro calmly anticipates. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He might be in here! And he should have made them pay.
Cristiano Ronaldo deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Figo delivers. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. And this is Pelé! And he was quick to react.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
João Cancelo spots it and intercepts. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tries to pass it through. There's the shot! Ederson. Pelé. Now it's Pelé. Pepe promptly onto that, and that is that. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it?
Teremos uma substituição.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Now it's Kaká, and he has slightly undercooked that one.
Portugal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's going wide left. And that pass isn't the best. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. He's ended up in no man's land. Now it's Pelé.
Endrick really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Alisson claims it, safe hands. Ederson. Kaká. And it's Belletti.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Nicely weighted ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pelé, nice interception, well timed. And that was very necessary. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's had it. And that is that. There is only one way to decide this now. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
So after 2 long, inconclusive hours, here we go. It's penalties. 1-0.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the next man in the spotlight. And he makes it 1 each. So both teams on the board. So on to the second man. Big character, big moment, big save. Bruno Fernandes is the second man to step up for his team. No! Denied remarkably! Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Great stop! And the keeper punches the air. Oh, keeper looked very big there.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then, probably gave him that important edge. Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Brazil feeling the pressure. Made it look easy.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Pedro Neto is the fourth man to step forward for them. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. That is how you answer the call.
Gamesmanship or not, Peter, whatever he did worked a treat.
Oh, that's going to annoy the keeper.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it. We're talking about a pressure penalty.
Saved! And that will be that! Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Brazil really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable.
Against Manchester United.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come. Although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but...
And Del Piero! Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Look, you've got to have the perfect feel in your boots to pull those off.
Martinez. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Van de Ven. And he's undercooked that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That is a more than decent save from the goalkeeper.
The taker has to look for options, because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Keeper's dealt with that. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he's taking no chances there. Back when it goes. Palmer.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Aims beyond the defence. Oh, important interception. And he can thump it away. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Yamal. And he shoots! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0. Chance for a shot! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Çalhanoğlu looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Del Piero. And now the breakaway. Van de Ven. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And it's Ribery. Now it's Del Piero. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. Conte. This is a promising build-up. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Look at the space here. He's dealt with that really well. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Knocks it into space.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Now it's Yamal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Çalhanoğlu. De Rossi can see things others simply cannot.
This is the time you need that pace.
Van der Ven makes the interception.
Manchester United can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte for Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Conte. Mukiele. What a throw in. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Roberto Baggio. Now it's Pirlo. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Martinez. Yamal gets into a good position. It's run loose here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Added time.
Ambitious ball here. Nicely worked. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And a quick
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Manchester United are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 9.
And here is the first touch of the second half. Manchester United currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Well, that's fabulous. Conte. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Mukiele. Van Dijk. Van der Ven. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Martinez. That's a little off target. And this is Adriano. There's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Van der Ven did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Good read, needed to be. Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Mukiele. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Manchester United are still that goal to the good. And here's Del Piero. Tries to play it through. Oh, good take in a good area. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Corner number 2 then. And that should get the job done.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, easy pickings there. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Stood up well to him there. Adriano, never out of the action for very long. Adriano! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Adriano is offering a wry smile there.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia
Number
Dortmund
7,
have their third corner.
Lazio. Number 10, Yamal. Number 5.
And the keeper beats it away.
Coming on the field.
Well, facing up to his
Number
adversary,
8,
this is a
Zico.
formidable matchup.
Number 12,
He is through here. Shot, surely!
Suarez.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So their fourth corner of the game. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And it's Nedved. Oh, what a ball! There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in plenty of space here. Suarez going face-to-face with his great... Tries one from range! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Conte. It's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, strongly challenged there. Foot in. Has a look and plays it forward. Trossard. Conte. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Nedved threads one in, and this is Zico.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Nicked it back promptly. And it's Del Piero. Here's a man in form.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Keno. Looking for the run. And that's a... He's had a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away. Desperate defending required here. They've played it short. That's good defending, very good defending. And there goes the final whistle. Manchester United have done it. The perfect outcome in this most... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everyone,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
Old
that.
Trafford.
The stadium is full of
Manchester
noise and
United
energy. This
against
certainly
Manchester
matters.
United.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So it's down to business here. So there's Massimo Otto, bit of an unsung hero perhaps, but certainly an integral part of an Italy side that conquered the world and a European champion for his club.
Yeah, and he did all that by being the picture of consistency and hard work, the way he nullified the threat of some of the biggest names in the game during his heyday, and that was really impressive.
I remember a lot of those performances. Goes for the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good ball over the top. Donnarumma gets it away. Šeško knocks it into space. And he's managed to get free. Stam did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Bruno Fernandes. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other.
Chance for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Menu. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, just Šeško! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Now it's Pele. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. And that's been won straight back. Figo. Towering header! Goal! Manchester United! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the...
And a header! Goal! They are purring, truly purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to one...
Impressive jump! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Manchester United have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And he was quick to react. Luis Suarez. That's destined for the flank. Now that's well seen too. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Stam did well to stay calm there. Otto. Oh, this is a very good run.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Maldini. Now he's off and running. Oh, nicely intercepted. Gabriel. And it's Hakimi. Pedri. This is promising. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Figo, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Tries to play it through. Pedri, he's picked his way through. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well taken goal. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Pelé going face-to-face with his great rival. Gabriel deals with that comfortably. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Not the most accurate pass. Well seen, saw that coming. So what can they make of this? He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, great leap! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Pull it. Well, that tackle was certainly
2
sturdy.
added minutes has been indicated.
Burmo. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's a goal kick. Xavi Alonso, a player whose confidence, whose sense of adventure... And it's half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing.
Substitution in
The
progress.
manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
Manchester United leading, but only just 2 on the scoreline. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Always onto this. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Manchester United come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Hakimi has the space to scheme. Plays it across. Oh, well played. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that is a little undercooked. Hakimi. Delivers with whip. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Šeško constantly looking for the ball into the box. Pedri.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Gullit. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever
The
so
attendance
determined.
for this match was 70,987.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And Burmo. Now it's Menu. He's got away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're getting up there! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Menu.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Suarez. Always goal side. And it's Hakimi. Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. Bruno Fernandes. Just about up to 75 minutes. And he's picked it up out wide. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Hakimi. Hullet. And he shoots! And that's a sharp finish. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Number 23, Bruno Fernandes.
Manchester United now in a position far more desirable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Number 9, Dani Olmo.
Well, they've got him back in a hurry.
20,
Oh, he's having a go!
Number
And
18,
no! He
Erling
had to,
Haaland.
and yet he could not.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of...
Oh, a gilt-edged chance! He's been bundled over, that is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Yeah, sadly, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he had to go with the risk.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here, and that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.